Hey guys, welcome to Film World. Today I'm going to explain a teen romantic film called The Kissing Booth 3 from 2021. Turn on subtitles and spoilers ahead. After graduation, the four of them, Lee, Elle, Noah and Rachel, takes a road trip. They visit several places and did a lot of activities during the time. Elle has been selected for both colleges and has to decide on which path to choose. She is a little surprised when she finds that Noah is already planning to live together in an apartment off campus and is searching for an apartment. After coming back from the road trip, she works for a while to earn money for college. Meanwhile, Lee and Rachel are syncing their schedules, planning to meet during breaks as they are going to different colleges. They all meet with Noah and Lee's parents and tell them that they are planning to go to the beach house for summer. The parents tell them that they are planning to sell the house because with children going to college, it will be not in use as before. All of them are very upset because they had spent all their summer since childhood there, but their parents had made their decision. Elle receives a call from Berkeley during the dinner and they tell her that she had to decide by the next day. They all decide to go to the beach house for the summer to help them prepare it for the sale. When they reach the beach, their memories are spread all over the places, which makes them a little sad that is not going to be gone. Their mother asks Lee and Elle to clean the rumpus room. While cleaning the room, they find a lot of toys and decide to separate the ones they want to keep but end up keeping them all. Elle finds a Mario Kart box from their childhood and they are both surprised to see that it contains their bucket list from their childhood, which has the things to do before college. Later, they find that it will take at least 2 or 3 months to sell the house, so they decide to spend the whole summer there. When they officially move to the house for summer, Elle again receives a messages from Berkeley, so she calls them and says that she had made her final decision. She later tells Noah that she chose Howard. When Lee finds out about it, he gets very upset and walks away. Elle follows him and says that she knows it is hard, but they will always stay best friends and they have to make the most of the summer and do everything on their bucket list. They make up and act on the list. They start their summer by throwing a party at the beach house. The morning after the party, they decide to start the things on their bucket list and check a lot of them, including skydiving, cliff jumping, sumo wrestling, watching sharks, and pulling pranks on Noah. One day, Elle is at work while Lee is also joining her when he says that we'll not be able to do everything on the bucket list because it includes them living at Berkeley together. Elle says that they can do it now as they will rent an apartment there for a week and live there together. Lee agrees with her and she goes back to work. A customer appears in front of her suddenly and she is surprised to find that it's Marco. They are talking when Marco says that he is working at the water park. Elle is happy and asks if he can help them with something they had on their bucket list, to which he agrees. Meanwhile, Noah receives a call from Chloe saying that she will be in LA soon. He offers her to live with them and on her concerns about Elle, he says that she will be okay. Later, when he tells Elle about it, she's cool and even says that Chloe can come with them to a water park. But when she tells him about Marco and him helping them to fulfill their bucket list item, he gets mad. Elle says it is unfair because she was not mad about Chloe, but Noah walks away saying that he didn't kiss Chloe. Later, he apologizes to Elle saying that he didn't mean it like that and they make up. She asks him to come to the water park with them, but when she and Lee tell him about their costume plan, he refuses to take part in it. Later, Marco tells Elle that everything is set from them at the water park. Elle receives a call from her dad saying that she needs to babysit her brother. She goes there deciding that she will bring him to the beach house and finds her father's new girlfriend Linda there. Linda says that they want to have dinner with her and she is Elle's mother's friend. friend, so they can't even talk about, but Elle doesn't like her and walks out of the house. Noah goes to pick Chloe up and brings her to the beach house where she and Elle seems to get along well. Lee made some new friends during the party after finding out that they go to Berkeley. When Chloe and Elle are playing video games, he comes back with his friends and says that he did something on his bucket list with them because Elle was not replying to him. Elle is a little upset with the situation but couldn't do anything about it. Finally, the day comes when they go to the water park. After enjoying for a while in the water, they go to the main event of the day, racing. Elle, Lee, and Rachel show up in the weird costumes and Noah is thankful he didn't agree with them. To all their surprise, Marco shows up in a costume they offered Noah to wear. After seeing Marco, Noah also decided to join the race. Everyone else enjoyed the race while Marco and Noah just try to beat each other, and after a neck-to-neck game, Marco wins the race. Noah gets very angry with Elle and says that she's native if she thinks that Marco is still not after her. Later, she tells Lee about it and he says if the same thing happened with Rachel, he would be upset too, but Elle says that Noah should trust her. Meanwhile, Chloe scolds Noah for his behavior and says the same thing, that he should trust Elle. Later, at the beach house, Noah prepares a beautiful setting to apologize to Elle and even cooks her dinner, but she says she had to do something with Lee and she will be back in an hour. Noah gets very upset with her. She goes to a posh restaurant with Lee and they play loud music there and dance to it, crossing one more thing off their bucket list. She sneaks early after that and goes back to the house and finds Noah sleeping while in reality, he's just pretending to be asleep. After a few days, she is supposed to pick up her brother Brad from school, but when she goes there, she couldn't find him. Panicked, she comes back to the house and finds that Linda already picked him up. She says to Linda that she should have told her and goes away from the house. Later at work, she is still very upset when Marco shows up and she couldn't help but talk to him about everything that is going on. He listens to her intently and comforts her. Meanwhile, Noah comforts a crying Chloe because her parents got divorced. The night, Noah goes to Elle's workplace when it was a time of closing and apologizes to her. They both say that they don't like fighting and making up after sharing a kiss. Marco sees them through the glass walls of the restaurant. The next morning, she tells Lee that she cannot go to Berkeley with him because things are so messed up right now. Meanwhile, Noah finds Elle's acceptance letter from Berkeley and finds that she was not on waiting list there. Chloe says that it just proves how much she wants to be with him. They are having a party on the 4th of July and Marco shows up there. During the game of volleyball, Marco and Noah get into a fight and he even punches Noah, but he refuses to fight back and goes away from there. Elle follows him quickly, but he says that he told her to not let him back in their lives and drives away. She goes to talk to Marco, who says that Noah was right and he was feeling for her. He says that Elle and Noah are not meant to be together and she should give him a chance, but she gets very angry and rejects him, asking him to go away. Later at the beach house, everyone is playing, including Elle's dad and Linda. Elle is still very upset, so she's rudely talked to Linda during the game and goes away saying that she doesn't belong in their lives. Her dad follows her and Elle tells him that she cannot stand Linda because she can never be their mom. Her dad gets angry and says that for the past 6 years he just spent for his children and do so much for them, and says that she's not the only one who wants love in her life. The next morning, Lee talks to her and manages to cheer her up a bit. Elle goes to find Noah at their spot and says that he was right about Marco, but there was so much pressure on her for the past few days she couldn't see it. Noah has another thing in mind and breaks up with her thinking that she's going to Harvard for him. Elle says that it was her own decision to go to Boston. Noah still didn't listen to her and says that if she decides to go to Harvard, it will be without him. She's heartbroken by the breakup. When she comes back, she remembers that she forgot about her and Lee's plan for dancing. She tries to talk him, but he's also very upset with her and says that she always liked Noah most. Elle is very upset and says that Lee should grow up because the whole summer she spent makes everyone around her happy. Later, she meets with Chloe and talks about her breakup with Noah. Chloe comforts her and says that Elle will be fine because she is a brilliant woman. Rachel accidentally hears that the whole conversation and breaks up with Lee, saying that she saw Noah and Elle suffering from their long-distance relationship and she doesn't want that for her. She says that school will be already hard, so they shouldn't make it harder by trying to work out a relationship. Elle later meets up with Noah and Lee's mother, who tells her that she's worrying herself over what Noah and Lee want and instead she should think about what she wants and choose a college of her choice. Elle later apologizes to her father and says that she doesn't want him to be disappointed in her. She also goes to Linda and apologizes to her. She meets up with all her friends, saying goodbye to them. Mark also meets up with her and apologizes. He tells her that he is going to New York to pursue his music career. She meets up with Lee and says that it took him hurting them both to see the problem, but she now wants to see what makes her happy. She reconciles with him. She also decides to take the advice of Lee's mother and applies to the University of California to study game development and gets accepted there. Noah finds out about her not going to Berkeley. Elle sent a letter to Lee's mother thanking her for their kindness. Inspired by Elle's sincerity, she decides not to sell the beach house. 6 years later, they all get back together again as they are now experienced professionals. Lee and Elle remain best friends, and Lee also reconciled with Rachel at some point and they are now engaged. They go to visit their school and are pleasantly surprised to find that the students are still doing the kissing booth. Noah also shows up there and they meet up after a long time. He tells her that he has job offers from law firms in LA and New York. He is also impressed by how grown up Elle looks. They decide to go on a bike ride when they will reunite again. They keep their promise and ride on their bikes down the roads while enjoying their time with each other. To watch more explanations of these kind of movies, click on the videos on your screen and don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last, thanks for watching.